Let's start with the best piece of advice you have for people who are coupled.
My best piece of advice probably would be, I have 3 sound things. I've always said communication, trust, and respect are the 3 main foundations. You always have to communicate. I know people a lot of the time sit there and assume that the other person knows what it is that you want in life, but they don't. So you have to give them that roadmap, and the best way is to communicate what you want. So
right. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't give it the end all be all, kind of effort anymore these days. I feel like,
really don't.
I feel like social media plays such a huge part in influencing people. Like, oh, don't put up with that. Like, if your man does this, don't put up with that. Well, those are strangers that are, thousands of miles from you. Every relationship's different. So you can't, even when you're giving advice to your friends, like I don't ever say you should do this. No. I say, this is what I did in that type of situation. Or like, this is how we handle it in our relationship, because no 2 relationships are the same.
They're not.
What about relationship advice? They're obviously not in a relationship.
Oh, well, I can comment on that.
There you go. You take the floor. Take the floor.
The typical things you're probably going to hear: don't rush into anything. Make sure it's the right person. But if you're somebody who's like divorced or you've been through several long relationships, you've learned something with each relationship. So people tend to say it kind of gets a little easier to know what you're looking for and to spot what you're looking for when you get into a relationship, after all those attempted tries, and so sometimes if you do rush into it, that's your call. If you feel good enough about it. A lot of people, I feel like, don't listen to their intuition.
They don't.
And they don't listen to their gut, and I think that makes all the difference whenever you're deciding who you want to spend not even necessarily the rest of your life with, but who you want to give your time to, because you're only here for like a split second of all eternity. So giving your time to someone is fairly costly. So you gotta make sure it's with the right person.
So, gift giving. Let's do it on that.
I've always stuck with the whole personable. Just Valentine's Day, there's 365 days in the year, and you're supposed to, as you can ask my wife, worship love me. And so literally when it comes to that one day, I'm like, I
don't want to do anything today.
So it's just the personable, I literally don't mind as far as, yes, I would like the kids inevitably to get out, but when it's during the week, just it's something small that just makes me know that you've thought of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
A glass of wine, let's watch a movie, phones, everything just
turn those off.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in a relationship, phones. Like, put your phone down, turn your phone
really
off.
Is. There's a huge disconnect. So just, even as cheesy as it sounds, a blanket in the park, just something where, again, it's personable, not so much going out buying.
Yeah, see, I'm horrible to ask because I'm not all about gifts. But if you wanted to give me anything, I would say get me a plant. Because those grow. Flowers die. Flowers die.
I don't like flowers at all. Flowers and the
plants
cheesy
grow.
Chocolate like that.
And you have to nurture a plant. Nurture your relationship.
Exactly.
Do you have any advice for men?
Well, but you know what? Valentine's Day is about them too. Again, it goes to your relationship, but it's about them too. But I think men have like this stigma, that, I'm supposed to do this, this, and this, and maybe it just comes across as like, I gotta do all this just because it's Valentine's Day. Tell your man ahead of time. Be like, hey, you know what? For Valentine's Day, let's not get each other anything. Let's do this instead. Think about it ahead. Don't just expect your man to or woman to do, whatever it is you think they're going to do. Like, talk about it. Say, hey, don't buy me chocolates if you're on a diet or something, Just like, think of it ahead of time. Think about your person as well, not just yourself.
Exactly.
All right. Any last words of encouragement or inspiration for this Valentine's Day?
That's why don't just wait for, Valentine's Day to show the person that you care about them.
That's true.
And it's not just so much a couple thing. Like, literally, my kids, I get them Valentine's every year. And it's just,
my dad always did.
Yeah, and it's just something, call your parents. Say hello that you love them.
That's true. Family law. My dad, so my parents, they co-parented very well. And my dad would always make a big deal out of Valentine's Day. and he would drive from. He would make like a 30-minute drive and come and drop off a Valentine's Day card, a little box of chocolates, and a balloon, and he'd put it on my car, and so I would see it before I walked out to school that morning. And my mom, like, loved that about my dad, like that he would make the point to do those things, you know, for me. Even though, like, it wasn't his day, or, like, he didn't try to, like, come get me after school to inconvenience my mom or something, you know. So that was always really nice. It's really nice when parents co-parent. It helps your child tremendously, or children tremendously. Like, I can't thank my parents enough for doing that. So,
yeah, our little advice that we have. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.